Hey everyone, here's a quick follow-up video from my GAT hat video. If you haven't seen it, this won't make any sense, so you might want to do that first. Today we're going to go over how to make the support for the large size brim, as well as some tips for if you wanted to use contact cement instead of hot glue. Alright, let's maybe start with the contact cement part and go from there. Before you start, make sure you're wearing appropriate lung protection. Apply a thin layer of contact cement on the two edges you want to glue, and wait until it's no longer tacky. I'm just going to show you on the top piece because it's the trickiest, and you can use the same techniques for gluing the rest of the parts together. While you're waiting for the glue to dry, grab a couple sheets of paper and cut strips halfway through them. Somehow this reminds me of a craft I did when I was a kid. I can't remember what it was though. Now you can take your half-cut paper strips and jam them in the cylinder section. The goal here is that the paper won't let the two contact cemented parts touch each other until the appropriate time, because as soon as they touch, they're not moving. You can see I've left a little gap where there's no paper, and that's right at the center line on the cylinder. Line up that center line with the center line on the top and push them firmly together. Now remove any other interfering paper strips from the opposite center line and stick that one together. Push the rest of the top down inside the cylinder, making sure it's not contacting any of the contact cement yet. Once it's in there, flip it upside down and try and rip off the solid part of the paper. You're going to be pulling the strips out one by one, and it's annoying if it's still attached all together. It's also a little annoying trying to rip it apart, but you'll get there. Now you can start systematically pulling those strips of paper out from the back, making sure you're also supporting the top with your fingers from the back, so when you pull the paper down, it doesn't also pull the top foam down with it. And when you're pulling the last little bit of the strip, I like to angle it a little, so the glue gradually makes contact from one side to the other. That's pretty much it. Take your time and you should end up with a good glue seam. Okay, if you are making the largest brim, which I believe is size C, you'll probably need some extra support so it's not as floppy. You can do this by cutting yourself a second brim on the A size line. Now because this support brim isn't really going to be visible, you can cut it into 4 pieces to make it more efficient to lay out on your foam. The only thing to remember is when you trace a pattern, it adds about 0.7 of a millimeter around the whole pattern. It doesn't seem like much, but it definitely makes a difference. So to combat that, you want to cut about 0.7 of a millimeter inside each line where you cut the pattern apart. And now you can lay out your pattern on your foam. I'm cutting mine from a failed brim piece from when I was designing the pattern. Glue the pieces together to make a mini brim, and use the exact same forming technique as you did for the main brim. Place your new small brim inside the large brim and trace around it. Grab some water-based contact cement that is maybe getting a little old, and spread it on the top side of the mini brim and the bottom of the large brim, but only up to the line on that one. Wait for the contact cement to dry, and while you're doing that, get a cereal box and cut it into strips. Once the contact cement is dry, you can lay those strips in a star shape inside the large brim. Set your small brim on the strips, lining up the center lines, and start pressing it down so the contact cement grips. The important thing here is lining up the two inside ovals nice and flush, so that when we glue the brim to the cylinder, it's one thick solid edge that we're gluing. Work your way around, removing each strip of cardboard as you press the pieces together. You will probably want to form it again just to smooth everything out. One thing to watch while you're forming is that you don't press down directly over top of the outside edge of the mini brim. That would cause a crease on the top side of the brim and look silly. Instead, to form the outside edge of the brim, heat it up and then just curve it down with your hand. Alright, now you've got yourself a well-supported, really big brim. You can now assemble it just like I did in the first video, and boom, you've got a hat that's a GAT. Look at that. Congrats.